Hello students, we have discussed neighborhoods and interior of a interior of a set in a topological space in the last class. Now we move to neighborhood system. How can we define a neighborhood system at a point in a topological space? Okay, let's see the definition. Let X2 be a topological space. X is a point in capital X. We fix a point X in capital X, okay? Then the neighborhood system is nothing but it is a collection of all neighborhoods at a point X. Neighborhood system mu X is nothing but collection of neighborhoods of the point X. Okay, which is called a neighborhood system. ഒരു പോയിന്റിനെ റെസ്പെക്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള പോയിന്റിൽ ഫിക്സ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള എല്ലാ നെയ്ബർഹുഡ്സിനെയും കൂടി ഒരു കളക്ഷനിലേക്ക് എടുത്തിട്ടാൽ അതിനെ നമ്മൾ വിളിക്കുന്ന പേരാണ് നെയ്ബർഹുഡ് സിസ്റ്റം. ഫോർ എക്സാമ്പിൾ, if we consider real line with discrete topology, I represent tau d, okay, it is discrete topology. Then let capital A equal to the set 0, singleton set 0, okay. Then what is mu 0? Mu 0 is set of all neighborhoods of 0. അപ്പോൾ ഡിസ്ക്രീറ്റ് ടോപ്പോളജിയിൽ സീറോൻ്റെ നെയ്ബർഹുഡ്സ് ഏതൊക്കെയാണ്? എവറി ഓപ്പൺ സെറ്റ് ഈസ് എ നെയ്ബർഹുഡ്, റൈറ്റ്? സോ ഐ ക്യാൻ കൺസിഡർ ഫോർ എൻ എക്സാമ്പിൾ mu 0 is equal to set of all A in set of all B. Set of all subsets B belongs to tau D such that B is a neighborhood of 0. This is called mu 0 or neighborhood system at 0. That means 0നെ contain ചെയ്യുന്ന എല്ലാ neighborhoodsഉം ഇതിൽ ഉൾപ്പെടും. For example, what are B's here? B is singleton set 0. Yes, it is clearly open because in discrete topology every singleton set is open. Every set is open, or in particular singleton set 0 is open, and any set containing the point 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, or any set containing the point 0 will be an open set in discrete topology. Therefore, these all are contribute neighborhood system at the point 0. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ നെയ്ബർഹുഡ് സിസ്റ്റം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒന്നുമില്ല, ഒരു പോയിന്റിലാണ് ഫിക്സ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് അത് പറയുന്നത്. ആ പോയിന്റിൻ്റെ എല്ലാ നെയ്ബർഹുഡ്സും എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇറ്റ് മേ ബി ഓപ്പൺ, നീദർ ഓപ്പൺ നോട്ട് ക്ലോസ്ഡ്, ഓർ എനി സെറ്റ് which is a neighborhood of 0, all together form a neighborhood system. Okay, next we have a theorem related to neighborhood system at a point X, or some properties of neighborhood system. Let X2 be a topological space, mu X be a neighborhood system at a point X, then the following are true. These are the properties of neighborhood system. First one, if U belongs to mu X, then X belongs to U. If U is an element in the neighborhood system at the point X, then clearly X belongs to U. Okay. How can you prove this? So first one, if U belongs to mu X, then X belongs to U. How can you prove this? If U belongs to mu X, so which implies what is U belongs to mu X means mu X is a neighborhood system, which implies U is a neighborhood of X. So by the definition, U is a neighborhood of X means there exists an open set V of small x such that capital small x belongs to capital X. X belongs to V and that V is contained in U. X belongs to V and that V is contained in U. U is a neighborhood of X angle, in between them there will exist an open set. So X belongs to V and that V is contained in U. So which implies X belongs to U trivially. X belongs to U. X belongs to V and that V is contained in U means X belongs to U. This is trivial. For second statement says that for any U, V belongs to mu X. For any U, V belongs to mu X. If you take any two elements in the neighborhood system, then their intersection is also belongs to that neighborhood system. That means if U and V are neighborhood of a point X, then U intersection V is also a neighborhood of that point X again. That is The second statement says, for any u comma v belongs to mu x, u intersection v belongs to mu x. Okay, we prove this. Let u comma v belongs to mu x, which implies u and v are neighborhoods of x. ശരിയല്ലേ? Whenever u and v are belongs to mu x means they are belongs to the neighborhood system. Neighborhood system means they are trivially neighborhoods of x. So which implies u and v are neighborhoods of x. So which implies there exist open sets x and y, x and not x, g and h, such that x belongs to g and that g is contained in u. Have you get this? Since u is a neighborhood of x, by definition, there exists an open set g such that x belongs to g and that g is contained in u. And since v is a neighborhood of the point x, there exists an open set h such that x belongs to h and h is contained in v. Clear? By the definition of neighborhood corresponding to u and v, we get g and h such that x belongs to g and g contained in u and x belongs to h and h contained in v. So which implies x belongs to g and x belongs to h means x belongs to g intersection h. Okay, and x belongs to u and x belongs to v implies g intersection h will be clearly contained in u intersection v. Okay, x belongs to g, x belongs to h together implies x belongs to g and h, that means g intersection h. And g intersection h is clearly contained in u intersection v because g is contained in u and h is contained in v. So which implies g intersection h is an open set. Why? Since g is open, h is open, finite intersection of open set is open, therefore g intersection h is open. Okay, since g and h are open, g intersection h is open. Okay, so what we can conclude? For any x belongs to u intersection v ക്കകത്ത് ഏതൊരു എലമെൻറ്റ് x എടുത്താലും in between them we can consider an open set of the form g intersection h such that g intersection h is contained in u intersection v, which means instead of u here u intersection v, instead of g we have g intersection h here. That means u intersection v is a neighborhood of x. ശരിയല്ലേ? നോക്കി, ഒരു പോയിന്റിനും ഒരു സെറ്റിനും ഇടയിൽ നമുക്കൊരു ഓപ്പൺ സെറ്റ് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാൻ പറ്റിയാൽ ആ സെറ്റിനെ നമുക്ക് നെയ്ബർഹുഡ് എന്ന് വിളിക്കാം. ഓർ ഫോർ എനി in between any point and a set, if you can find out an open set, that set will be a neighborhood of that point. Therefore here u intersection v will be a neighborhood of x. So which implies whenever a set is a neighborhood of x, that will belongs to the neighborhood system. Therefore u intersection v belongs to the neighborhood system mu x. Clear? So next one, the third property, if u belongs to mu x and u is contained in v, then v belongs to mu x. Very simple. Suppose u belongs to mu x means u is a neighborhood of x and u is contained in v, then v belongs to mu x means if we have a neighborhood of a point and that neighborhood is contained in any other set, then that set will be also a neighborhood of x. Or in particular, superset of any neighborhood is again a neighborhood of the same point. Okay? So how can you prove this? So let u belongs to mu x and u is contained in v. Okay? u belongs to mu x and u is contained in v. u belongs to mu x means u is a neighborhood of x and u contained in v. Okay? Which implies there exists an open set, by definition of neighborhood, there exists an open set h such that x belongs to h and that h is contained in u. Clear? And we already have u contained in v. So, and u contained in v. So, together implies x belongs to h and that h is contained in u and u is contained in v means x belongs to h and that h is contained in v. So, in between a point and a set containing that point, we get an open set h. So, which implies v is a neighborhood of x. So, which implies v also belongs to mu x. Whenever a set is a neighborhood of x, that belongs to its neighborhood system. Mu x is a set of all neighborhoods of x, therefore v must be belongs to mu x. Okay, clear ano? Now we move to the fourth point. A set G is open in x. A set G is open in x if and only if G belongs to mu x for every x in G. That means, suppose we have a set G is open, then which is if and only if. This is possible only when G belongs to mu x for every x in G. If we consider any point in that set must be belongs to its neighborhood system. That means a set is a neighborhood of each of its points. Idinte meaning endha? G belongs to mu x for every x in G means corresponding to every point in G that belongs to its neighborhood system. That means for every point x in capital G, that capital G must be a neighborhood of x. That means G is a neighborhood of each of its points. Okay, and which is already proved in the previous class, and which is if and only if necessary and sufficient criteria for a set is open in a topological space. അപ്പോൾ അതെങ്ങനെ പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും? So let G be open in capital X. Then by previous theorem we have a theorem that G is open if and only if it is a neighborhood of each of its points. G is a neighborhood of each of its points, which implies for every x in G, G is a neighborhood of x. ശരിയല്ലേ? It's the same thing. So for every x in G, G യിലെ ഏതൊരു എലമെൻ്റ് എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാലും for every x in G, G is a neighborhood of x means that G must be belongs to mu x neighborhood system. It's very clear by this theorem. Okay. Okay, now we prove the last property, fifth property. If u belongs to mu x, then there exists v belongs to mu x. If we consider any set in mu x in the neighborhood system of x, then we can consider one more element v belongs to the same neighborhood system such that v is contained in u and v belongs to mu y for every y in v. Okay, how can you prove this? Suppose that u belongs to mu x. U belongs to mu x implies u is a neighborhood of x. Then by definition there exists an open set G. Then there exists an open set H such that x belongs to H and that H is contained in U. Okay. Now, since H is open, again by the previous theorem, the same theorem, H is open, H is a neighborhood of each of its points. Neighborhood of each of its points. So which implies for every point y belongs to H. Hനകത്ത് ഏതൊരു എലമെൻറ്റ് y എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാലും for every y belongs to H is a neighborhood of y. Which implies for every y belongs to H is a neighborhood of y means H belongs to mu y. For every y belongs to H belongs to mu y. Now let this H is taken as V. Now choose H is equal to V. Then we have H is contained in U. Therefore V is contained in U. Since H is contained in U. Okay. And for every for every y in H belongs to mu y. The same idea will be true same thing will be true for V. For every y in V, V belongs to mu y. Hence the proof. The last statement, if u belongs to mu x, then there exists to v in mu x, then there exists to v. Yes, we get v. What is that v? V equal to h. What is this h? H is nothing but by the definition, it is given by the definition of U is a neighborhood of X. Okay, and for every y in H belongs to mu y is true. Therefore, we have X belongs to H, right? Since X belongs to H, X belongs to V, which implies X belongs to V means V is an open set containing the point X. Therefore, V is a neighborhood of X, which implies V belongs to mu X. Therefore, if we take U belongs to mu X, we get an open set V such that X belongs to V and that V is contained in U, and for every y in Vy, for every y in V, V belongs to mu y, and that V is also belongs to mu X. Therefore, our fifth condition will be true. Okay. So next we have a theorem related to this neighborhood system. So I explain. Let capital X be a set, normal set, and for every x in capital X, a non-empty family Nx of subsets of capital X satisfying the above properties of neighborhood system 1, 2, 3 and 4, then there exists a unique topology tau on X such that for every x in X, Nx coincides with the family of all neighborhoods of X with respect to tau. That means, suppose we have a set capital X and let capital Nx be the set of all neighborhoods of that set of all neighborhoods. I'm sorry, it is not neighborhood. Nx is the non-empty family which are subsets of capital X. Need not be neighborhoods, which are only subsets of capital X with the following properties, with the above properties 1, 2, 3 and 4. What are the first property? Yeah, if U belongs to mu X, which implies X belongs to U, for any U comma V belongs to mu X, U intersection V belongs to mu X. And the third property, if U belongs to mu X and U contained in V, then V belongs to mu X. And the fourth property, G is open if and only if G belongs to mu X for every X in G. If this collection Nx, which is nothing but set of all subsets of X, okay, some subsets of X satisfying these four properties, then we need to prove that there is a topology on capital X. X is a simple set, not a space. And then there exists a topology tau on X such that this Nx will be coincides with the family of all neighborhoods of X with respect to tau. Corresponding to this topology, we can construct the neighborhood system at the point X. Then that neighborhood system, which is denoted by mu X actually, that mu X will be same as this Nx. This is we want to prove. Okay. So first of all, we have a set capital X and we have a collection Nx. Nx is some subsets of capital X with the four properties above. Then first we have to prove there is a topology, which is a unique topology on capital X. So that is our first motive. Okay, let's begin the proof. So I have to define a topology tau on X corresponding to these properties. Okay, so let tau, I define a tau equal to set of all, topology is nothing but subsets of X. So I define tau equal to set of all U subsets of capital X such that U belongs to this Nx, collection Nx for every X in U. So I define tau. Tau is a collection which are subsets of capital X such that having the property that those subsets of capital X which are belongs to this Nx. What is this Nx? Some subsets of X with the following, with the above four properties. Okay. So this Nx has these four properties, and we consider set of all subsets of X with that subsets are belongs to this collection Nx. Okay. And I will prove that this tau is a topology on capital X. How can you prove that this is a topology on capital X? We need to verify the four properties. So first one, empty set must be belongs to tau. So we need to prove that empty set belongs to tau. So how can you prove that? empty set is always a subset of capital X. Okay, and empty set can satisfy these all properties, these all four properties. Why? Because it has no elements. Then if we take any element in that set, clearly we can say that this phi belongs to this nx, which implies phi belongs to this collection nx. What is this collection nx? Nx have these four properties. You can verify these four properties. Phi belongs to mu x implies x belongs to u. So which are trivial about this empty set. Therefore phi belongs to tau. Second one, we need to verify the whole space capital X belongs to tau. Okay. How can you prove that this X belongs to tau? X belongs to tau means X must be a subset of X. Yes, it is trivial. And we have to prove that X belongs to Nx for every X in U. To prove this, we want this condition. What is this condition? Instead of U, we have to write X. X belongs to Nx for every X in capital X. Not U, it is capital X. So how can you prove this? X belongs to Nx nana prove cheyandadu. So let X is any arbitrary element in capital X. Okay, we need to prove that X belongs to Nx. Since X belongs to capital X, and GB in neighborhood of X. So since GB a neighborhood of X implies X belongs to G, and capital X is the whole set and G is a neighborhood of small x means G is a neighborhood in capital X. Therefore this G must be contained in capital X. Okay, so we have X belongs to G, and G is a neighborhood of X means G belongs to Nx, and this Nx have all four properties, and the first property of Nx says that if U belongs to mu x implies X belongs to U. So here G belongs to Nx means X belongs to G. Okay, and the third property, consider the third property, if U belongs to mu x and U is contained in V, then V belongs to mu x. Okay, here we have G belongs to Nx and G contained in X. Okay, then by third property of above, third property, we can say that there is a third property. If U belongs to mu x, here G belongs to Nx and our G is contained in X. Okay, then that X must be belongs to mu x. But here X belongs to G, G belongs to Nx and G contained in capital X, then by the third property that X must be belongs to mu x, here Nx has all those properties. So X belongs to Nx, and this is true for every X in capital X. Therefore this condition will be hold for capital X. Therefore capital X must be belongs to tau. Now we go to the third property of topology, that is arbitrary union of open sets is open. Arbitrary union of open set is open. So let collection U alpha be collection of open sets in capital X. We have to prove that union alpha U alpha is open or belongs to tau. Open means belongs to tau. So union alpha U alpha belongs to tau nana prove cheyandadu. How can you prove this? A set is belongs to tau. Tau is defined as this collection. So union U alpha satisfies this property. Then only we can say that this is belongs to tau. So what is union U alpha? Each U alpha is a subset of X for every alpha. So union U alpha will be a subset of X. Since each U alpha is a subset of capital X, union U alpha will be also a subset of capital X. Then we want the property that this union U alpha belongs to Nx for every X in union U alpha. Now we want union u alpha belongs to nx for every x in union u alpha. Okay, this is our claim. If we prove this, we can say that union u alpha belongs to tau. That means tau will be closed under arbitrary union. Now, since each u alpha is open, they are neighborhoods. Therefore, u alpha will be belongs to nx. Okay, nx for every x in u alpha. Since this is true for every u alpha, union u alpha will be belongs to nx for every x belongs to union u alpha. Therefore, union u alpha will be belongs to tau. Very simple. Each u alpha is open. Since it is open, it is a neighborhood of each of its points. Since it is a neighborhood, it will be belongs to the collection nx because it contains all of neighborhoods. Therefore, each u alpha will be belongs to this neighborhood collection. Therefore, their union will be also belongs to the neighborhood collection because it satisfies all the properties. We have the second property. If u belongs to mu x and u contained in v, then v belongs to mu x. We have the third property. Here u alpha belongs to nx for every x in u alpha. Then their union, that means it is a superset. Union u alpha is a superset containing the set u alpha. So whenever a set belongs to that collection and it has a third property, therefore its superset is also belongs to that collection. Its superset union u alpha is clearly a superset of u alpha. U alpha will be always contained in union u alpha. Okay, so it will be trivial. Therefore, union u alpha must be belongs to tau, or I can say that tau is closed under arbitrary union. Now the last property, tau must be closed under finite intersection. So for that, u alpha 1, u alpha 2, etc. u alpha n be finite number of sets belongs to tau. We need to prove that their intersection also belongs to tau. Okay. Since these are elements in tau, implies u alpha I, these all u alphas must be a subset of x, and these u alpha is must be belongs to nx for every x in u alpha n. This is true for every I. Since this is true for every I, since u alpha I is a subset of capital X for every I, means intersection I equal to 1 to n u alpha I will be a subset of x. അല്ലേ, 10 പേര് സബ്സെറ്റ് ആണെങ്കിൽ 10 പേരുടെ ഇൻ്റർസെക്ഷൻ എടുത്താലും സബ്സെറ്റ് ആയിരിക്കും. ദാറ്റ് വിൽ ബി എ സ്മോൾ സെറ്റ് അഗെയിൻ. Comma, u alpha I belongs to nx for every x in u alpha and for every I means intersection I equal to 1 to n u alpha I will be belongs to nx for every x in u alpha I, for every x in intersection I equal to 1 to n u alpha I. Why which is true? We have the second property of this collection. If we have two elements belongs to nx, then their intersection is also belongs to mu x. That means finite intersection will be closed in this collection mu x. And this result is also true for this nx because nx having those four properties. Therefore here u alpha 1 and u alpha 2 belongs to nx means u alpha 1 intersection u alpha 2 belongs to nx. Okay, then u alpha 1 intersection u alpha 2 can be considered as one set. Then u alpha 1 intersection, I write here, u alpha 1 belongs to nx and u alpha 2 belongs to nx. Then by the second property, their intersection will be belongs to nx. Therefore, u alpha 1 intersection u alpha 2 belongs to nx. And now consider this as one set and u alpha 3 is the second set. And u alpha 3, these all are belongs to nx. Okay, so u alpha 3 belongs to nx. Therefore, u alpha 1 intersection u alpha 2 intersection u alpha 3 will be belongs to nx. Clear? And these three intersection is considered as a one set and u alpha 4 is a second set. Then their intersection അങ്ങനെ finite number of times നമുക്കിത് റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. Ready? Therefore, I can write intersection I equal to 1 to n up to the n minus 1 steps. Intersection I equal to 1 to n u alpha I will be belongs to nx for every x belongs to intersection I equal to 1 to n u alpha I. Clear ano? So which implies this is nothing but the property of tau. This is nothing but the property of tau. Some set must be a subset of X, and that set must be belongs to for every X in that set, then I can say that that set will be belongs to tau. That is the definition of tau. We have defined the tau. Therefore, intersection I equal to 1 to n u alpha I must be belongs to tau, which means tau is closed under finite intersection, which implies tau satisfies all the properties of topology. Tau is a topology on X. So we have defined a tau, and that tau satisfies all the properties of a topology. Therefore, this tau is a topology on capital X. Now, we need only prove that the neighborhood system corresponding to this tau. ഒരു ടോപ്പോളജിന് എങ്ങനെ കറസ്പോണ്ടിങ് ആയിട്ട് നമുക്ക് നെയ്ബർഹുഡ് സിസ്റ്റം കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാം. അതിനെയാണ് നമ്മൾ mu x എന്ന് ഡിനോട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഈ nx mu x ആണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടില്ല. ഇനി നമ്മൾ പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യണം ദിസ് nxും നമ്മൾ ടോപ്പോളജിയിലൂടെ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുന്ന നെയ്ബർഹുഡ് സിസ്റ്റവും സെയിം ആണ്. നെയ്ബർഹുഡ് സിസ്റ്റം ഈസ് ഓൺലി ഡിഫൈൻഡ് ഫോർ ടോപ്പോളജിക്കൽ സ്പേസസ് whenever x has a topology tau. This nx is some collection of subsets only having those four properties. That cannot be considered as a neighborhood system. But now we are going to prove that the neighborhood system under this topology tau will be same as our nx. Okay, next we prove that. We need only prove that the neighborhood system mu x with respect to tau is same as capital Nx, comma is same as nx. So our claim is actually mu x is same as nx. So we have to prove that these two collections are equal or same. So how can you prove this? One is contained in another. Okay, I start with mu x. We have to prove that that will be set will be belongs to nx, and vice versa. So let V be a set belongs to mu x. This is our neighborhood system. This is our nx, only collection of subsets which having four properties. Okay, let V belongs to mu x. V belongs to mu x means the neighborhood system corresponding to the topology tau. Therefore, V is a neighborhood of X. V is a neighborhood of X. Then by definition, there exists an open set H such that X belongs to H and that H is contained in V. X belongs to H and that H is contained in V. So which implies, since H is an open set, we know that every open sets are belongs to tau. The members of tau are called open sets. Since H is open with respect to our topology, H must be belongs to tau. So H belongs to tau means we have defined as tau is nothing but a collection of subsets of X. So H is a subset of X, and H belongs to our nx for every X in H. This is the definition of tau. Okay, we already defined it tau. So we get H belongs to nx. H belongs to nx, comma, and what is this H? This H is clearly contained in V, and H is contained in V, and this nx is a collection having those four properties. So by the property of third property, suppose H is belongs to mu x and that H is contained in another set, then that superset will be contained in this nx. That is a third property of the neighborhood system, and these first four properties are satisfied in nx. Therefore, by the third property, H belongs to, V belongs to the superset V belongs to nx. So we are starting that V belongs to mu x. Now we proved that V belongs to nx. So which implies mu x is contained in nx. Now for the reverse part, let V belongs to nx. So V belongs to nx implies okay, then let V belongs to nx. Then by the last, actually the collection nx satisfies all the properties of above, all the properties of above. Then since V belongs to nx, then by the last property of that previous theorem, V belongs to nx, then there exists some corresponding to here V, I consider some H, okay, G belongs to nx such that our V will be, no, our G will be contained in that. Okay, by fifth property, there exists some G in Nx such that the fifth property, instead of U, here we have V, instead of V, here we have G. Okay, let V belongs to Nx, then corresponding to this V, we can consider a set G such that G belongs to that Nx collection, such that G will be contained in V. G is a subset of V, and G belongs to Ny for every Y in G. So G belongs to Ny for every Y in G means G belongs to Ny for every Y in G means G is a neighborhood of every element of it, which implies G is a neighborhood of each of its elements, each of its points. So which implies G is a neighborhood of each of its points means G is an open set. G is an open set. So which implies X is a point in capital V, because V belongs to Nx means V is a neighbor. V will be the neighborhood collection, right? Therefore X belongs to V, and G is an open set. G is an open set containing small x such that G is contained in V. So in between X and V, if you take any point, let X belongs to V, then G is also contains X and G will be contained in V, and G is open. So which implies V is a neighborhood of X. Since X is arbitrary, V is open. It is not need. V is a neighborhood of X. V is a neighborhood of X means V belongs to our mu X. V belongs to our mu X. It is very simple. I will repeat. V belongs to Nx. Then by the fifth property of above theorem, whenever V belongs to Bx, corresponding to this V, we can consider a subset G. A subset G such that G will be belongs to Nx. More than that G belongs to Ny. This is N, okay? This is Ny for every Y in G. Ny for every Y in G means corresponding to every Y belongs to this set G, G belongs to Ny. That means it is a neighborhood of each of its points. Since it is a neighborhood of each of its points means G is open. With respect to our topology, G is open. That means whenever we take a point X belongs to V, in between X and V, we can consider an open set G. Therefore, V must be a neighborhood of X. V must be a neighborhood of X means V must be belongs to mu X. Then, starting from V belongs to Nx, now we get V belongs to mu X, which implies Nx is contained in mu X. So, from 1 and 2, we can write Nx is coincides with the mu X. So, the Nx is coincides with mu X, or in particular, the neighborhood system with respect to the topology is coincides with our collection mu X. Nx. Sorry. Okay.